Hey guys, hopefully everyone is doing well. Today's target is to understand question number 5. You may consider it as a sample question, you may consider it as a question. First question, to understand adjustments in financial statement. So guys, we have a question. As usual, debit and credit side is provided. How would we know that? Because total of both side is available, so it's a trial balance. Second thing, the new thing is few adjustments are also present over here. We have understood that any adjustment or any value which is present outside trial balance, that would have dual effect, one in financial statement, second in balance sheet. So you can see that few adjustments are present over there. Primarily we will solve these adjustments as first part, as first step. So we are ready to start our question. Let's begin. First adjustment, depreciate plant and furniture. There are two depreciations, so you will go to operating expenses, and here you will start calculation of depreciation, and you will depreciate plant first. For that purpose you will have to see how much value of plant is, and here you can see machinery, plant and machinery, that is 37,400. Come over here, we have plant and machinery, but you can see that no value is given with the title of plant. So only machine is available, price is 37,500. So you will paste this 37,500 over here. Now we will see what is rate of depreciation. So here you can see 10% rate would be applied over here. 3700 is amount of plant, and then you will multiply it with 10 divided by 100. So in this way you will be able to calculate your depreciation. How? 37,500 amount of asset multiply by 10 and divided by 100. So first effect has been completed. Depreciation of plant is calculated. Now you will go to fixed asset side, and here you will write your plant first, amount of which was 37,500, and then this depreciation would be subtracted. And how much depreciation? 3750. Final answer would be, this was total amount, subtract amount of depreciation, so you have got final amount 33750. So guys, here you have calculated the depreciation, then depreciation is subtracted in asset side. First depreciation is completed. Look at here, there is depreciation on furniture as well. Now we will see the amount of furniture. Here furniture is also present, 3750. As usual you will come over here, will write furniture, amount of which is 3750, and now you will calculate its depreciation as well. Rate of depreciation is same, 10%. So 3750 was the amount, you will multiply it with 10 and divided by 100. So depreciation, how did you calculate? 3750 multiply by 10 divided by 100. So depreciation is also calculated. Now you will get final and net amount. 3750 was amount of furniture at start, and you will subtract depreciation 375, and final amount you have got 3375. Now its second effect is completed. You will come over here and will write its first effect. So depreciation you are going to write, but here you are calculating depreciation of furniture. So you will change the title, and as you know 3750 was the amount of furniture. So calculation was 375 you have made. Okay, one more thing. In plant, you have calculated depreciation first in indirect side and then you have subtracted. While here, in case of furniture, I have calculated asset side first and then I have come back to furniture side. So there is no matter if you want to calculate, if you want to complete your calculation at indirect side first, you can. If you want to calculate your calculation regarding asset side, you can. So both are okay for you. Next is outstanding salaries. Salaries are indirect expense. Again, you will choose this side, and here first you will mention salary. Since it is outstanding, outstanding would be added first. How much amount of outstanding is, that is mentioned in adjustment. Look at here, 1500 is outstanding. So here you will put amount of outstanding, which is 1500. Next is its second effect, outstanding expense. Salary, outstanding expense. Second effect is liability. So here you will mention outstanding salary, which is 1500. Alright guys, both effects completed. Outstanding is added and written on liability side. The next step is to see insurance paid in advance. Look at here, paid in advance. This is prepaid. Insurance again is your expense. So you will mention over here insurance, and since it is prepaid, that would be subtracted. Prepaid insurance. Now we'll see how much amount of prepaid is, that is 375. So here you will mention 375. First effect is completed, it was prepaid. Second effect of prepaid is asset. So here you will write prepaid insurance, and that is 375. So guys, as you can see that we are completing dual effects at the same time. Outstanding was added, written on liability. Prepaid was subtracted and written on asset side. So three adjustments are completed. Now we will see our fourth adjustment, which is 5% reserve. For that purpose, the very first thing which we will do, you will have to create some space over here, because you need at least 4 lines for this. So this would take a little bit time, but be patient for it, and we need to get that required space as well. And alright guys, so we have got the space. For bad debt adjustment, as you know, first you will write B, which is bad debts, then you will write A, and A is used for additional bad debts. Then you will have to see N, which is your new reserve for bad debts, and finally you have O, which is old reserve for bad debts. Now guys, why I am writing everything while we are not confirmed if every element of this adjustment is present. This is for the learning purpose. Please make your mind, whenever your question would appear bad debts or adjustment in bad debts, you will have to write all these four. Now first we will see what is given in our adjustment, that is reserve, which is new reserve because it is present in adjustment. Over here we will start our procedure with sundry debtors. Now let's see how much amount of sundry debtor is present. Look at here, sundry debtors amount is 60,000, just mention over here. After that You will calculate additional bad debts over here, and these bad debts should be present in adjustment. While in adjustment you cannot see any bad debts since it's a reserve, so you may write 0 over here. After that, you will be subtracting less new reserve for bad debts. Since we have narrow space, so that's enough. New reserve, for that, this read out again, maintain 5% reserve. Now you will calculate 5%, and please note it down. This 5% would be calculated at this amount. Since it is 0, so same 60,000, and you will multiply it with 5 and divide it by 100. With this, new reserve would be calculated how? 60,000 amount multiplied by 5 divided by 100. So we have got our new reserve, which is 3,000. This was mentioned over here. 5% we have calculated. Now final amount you will see how. First 60,000, and then you will subtract your additional bad debt, that was 0, and again new reserve is also be subtracted. So final amount would be written over here. And for your kind information, please note less and less both are subtracted from debtors. So debtors amount has been mentioned over here. Alright guys, this adjustment asset side part is completed. So you will come over here, and here you will fill all 4 places. Additional bad debts were 0, no need to write over here. Then new reserve you have just calculated, that was 3,000, write down over here. So both dual effects are completed. Additional bad debts were supposed to be present on adjustment side, but as you can see that additional bad debts were not present, only new reserve was present, so you have written. In this way, our fourth adjustment is completed. Now closing stock as usual, it's an old concept, 45,000. For that you will go to cost of goods sold, which will be started with opening stock. Then you will add purchases and will subtract closing stock. We will wait if there are returns. So here you will mention closing stock. First effect would be over here. Now how much closing stock we can see? It is 45,000. Mention 45,000 over here. And second effect would be in current asset. For that purpose we need some space. So here we will be creating one more row so that we can write closing stock. As you can see that whenever one more line I need. Actually these lines were supposed to be written before starting it, but anyhow, one more way to write over here. Okay, in this way you may be learning how to insert some spaces over here. So guys, we need to write closing stock over here since it is part of your current asset. Closing stock value is 45,000. Just write down 45,000 over here. Alright guys, our adjustments completed. As you can see that closing stock was having double effect, and those double effects are completed. One subtracted, and secondly you have written in current asset. All adjustments are completed. Each adjustment was having two effects, and two effects are completed. Now we are ready to put our amounts from trial balance. First is drawings, 10,500. This is part of your liability. Here you will write fixed liability. First you will mention your capital, then less drawings would be subtracted. How much amount of drawing is? That is 10,500. Just write down 10,500. Alright. After which we have capital of 60,000. We have already mentioned capital, that is 60,000. After capital we have opening stock 41250. Come over here and write 41250 was your opening stock. Then we have purchases 363750. 363750. So you have got your purchases 363750. Then we have sales 457500. 457500, that was amount of sale. Once again 457500. Alright, sale has been completed. Next is debtors. Debtors 60,000 we have already mentioned over here. As you can see that here 60,000 debtors already written. Next, creditors 45,375. So here creditors 45,375. After creditors we have sales return 3750. Here you will mention 3750. These would be subtracted. Sales return. Alright guys, carriage in 4500, direct expense. We have space over here. Carriage in. Let's see how much amount. And carriage inward 4500. Put 4500 in front of carriage in. After carriage in we have salaries. So for that purpose again we will come over here and we need some space, and here you will insert few cells. Now over here we need the space. Let's add one more space. Okay, insert. You may skip this part so that you can use it. Now we were at the point of salaries, rent, insurance. These are 3 points. Let's see if they can be put over here. First we have salary, then we have rent, and then we have once again insurance was already written. So we have salary 21,000. Just put the amount of salary 21,000. After salary we have rent 11,250. 11,250 is amount of rent. After rent we have insurance 3,000. Insurance is already mentioned over here, which is 3,000. Indirect expense in the similar way, amount of salary was 20,000. It was also mentioned earlier. Rent is needed to be written over here. So guys, as you can see that we needed to write salaries, rent, and insurance. So you have written salary, rent over here, and insurance. After which we have machinery. I think that is already written. Look at here, plant and machinery. Then we have furniture 375, which is also already written 3750. Then we have cash in hand. This is furniture. Cash in hand is 2625, which is your current asset. And unfortunately, we don't have space, so you will have to make one more space for, okay. So here you will mention your last asset, which is cash in hand. And now let's see how much amount of cash in hand is 2625. So here 2625 is your cash in hand. In this way, guys, all adjustments and all trial balance items are completed. So you will have to be very much careful right now, because calculations are starting. Here you will calculate net sale, total amount of sale 457, and you will subtract 375 sales return. We have got 453750 as net sales. Now you will calculate your cost of goods sold, which will include, first part is opening stock, then you will add your purchases, then you will subtract your closing stock. You have got cost of goods sold, and then there is only one direct expense. So total of direct expenses 4500. Over here you will calculate your total cost of goods sold, which is 3,60,000, and then 4500 total of direct expenses. We have got our cost of goods sold. And here our gross profit answer is 89250, and we have got 89250. After completing it, now we will be focusing upon our total. Alright, so it means no bad debts were present and no reserves were present. Now guys, I need your attention. What you will do, first of all, you will solve this bad debts. First bad debts, and then you will have to add additional bad debts, and then again you will add new reserve and subtract old reserve. Please remember, first three items will be added, last item will be subtracted. And in this question, bad debts are not present, additional bad debts are not present, old reserve are not present, so only 3000 would be mentioned over here. Now look at here, there are two depreciations. First 3750 and 375, these are depreciation. This is your salary and outstanding salary. So outstandings are added. So 1500 you have added. Then we have got the insurance. This is amount of insurance. Prepaid should be subtracted. So in this way, prepaid we have subtracted. There is no adjustment related to rent, so this would directly be written over here. You may erase this amount because it was not having any adjustment. So guys, operating expenses are calculated. Over here you can see there is no operating income, there is no other expense, so you may mention 0 over here, and there is no other income as well. So remaining three amounts are 0. Now we are ready to calculate sum of all operating expenses, remaining amount are 0, so we'll not have to bother about those things. In this way you have got total. This is total of all operating cost, and here you can see 45750, and we have got our answer 45750. In this way left part has been completed. We will be posting this profit over here. As you know, net profit should be added. And how much net profit you have calculated? 45750. In this way this part is ready to be calculated. As you know, capital less drawings and add net profit. Fixed liability total completed. Now we can take total of current liability. There are only two items, so simply you will add both. Okay, next there is no reserve, so finally we can calculate. Look at here, total of balance sheet is 142,125, and here total of liability side is 142,125. Since it was 0, this is total of fixed liability, total of current liability, reserve 0, and final answer you have got. Alright guys, now we are going to calculate total fixed assets. Here there are two fixed assets, 33. This is sum of fixed asset, and now this 375 was prepaid insurance. You may erase it over here, and nothing else is present, so you can calculate total of current assets as well, which include first prepaid insurance, and then final answer of debtors, then we have cash in hand, and then we have closing stock. So sum of all current assets. Finally we are ready to take sum of all fixed and current asset. So you have got 142,125, and answer was 142,125. So my dear students, in this way our question has been completed, where all four parts we have calculated. Asset side 142 and liability side 142. Both answers for balance sheet are matched with each other, as well the answer which is given in our balance sheet. So in this way guys, question has been completed. I am requesting you to please repeat and revise this question by yourself for 2 to 3 times. After completing this practice, if you still feel any difficulty, you are very open to discuss your problem through messages, text, or you can directly contact to share your problems. I will humbly be trying my best to answer your queries instantly. So thank you very much for your time. It's time to say goodbye. Allah Hafiz.